Law enforcement in the Tampa Bay area made headlines this month for defending new jail policies that affect undocumented immigrants. Today, local students are working to educate all of us about the impacts on the community. Emerald Morrow is live at the University of Tampa. And Emerald, students are leading a huge panel tonight, and they really want to bring awareness to the issue of criminal justice reform.
Yeah, Courtney, we know it's a huge issue in this area, specifically when it comes to immigration. So they're going to be covering a wide range of issues this evening, including everything from mandatory minimum sentencing to bail reform. But we want to focus on immigration for this particular live shot. And we have students here with us, Larry Washington and Melissa Font. Thank you guys so much for getting up so early with us this morning. We really appreciate that. We know that's not always easy for students. But on to something a little more serious as it relates to immigration. We know it's a hot topic. Just tell us more about this event tonight and some of the stories we're going to hear tonight.
Okay, so you're going to hear some stories from Rosario Duran. She's going to give her personal account of how immigration and deportation affected her and shook up the rest of her life from then on out. And then we're going to cover things of like the myths behind immigration. We're going to debunk those statistically so we can get to a point where we can have a real conversation, because we have both sides of the story, not a framed picture.
So obviously people will say to this event, hey, you know, people who are here in the country illegally, they are breaking the law. So why defend some of these policies, or why try to push for better policies?
Well, these policies are affecting people. We have to remember that they're affecting people, not immigrants. We have to take ourselves out of that kind of mindset. I think that's the mindset that has us in a kind of jaded view. If we put ourselves in someone else's shoes, we could better relate to them and then understand that this is a serious circumstance or an event that's going on right now. And the amount of time that it takes to become a citizen is very long. So it's like a false equivalency between different countries. So some countries it takes 15 years to even get on like the actual waiting list. And then others it takes like 5 or 6. So there's a big mix up. There's like a misunderstanding with immigration. And this is why we're having a panel.
Yes, and so we just want to really quickly get to Melissa and just tell us a little bit more what you want to add to what Larry has said.
So as of January 17th, Tampa, Hillsborough County is implementing the basic ordering agreements. So basically what this says is local law enforcement can detain anyone whom they believe looks like an immigrant. So if you just listen to that language, I mean, it's very subjective. How can you tell just by looking at someone that they're here illegally? For every detainee that they have, this jail gets $50, whether they're actual immigrants or not. And they can hold them for up to 48 hours.
Yes, so this is all, again, very controversial issue, but important for us to talk about because this does impact people in our area. I want to give you a little bit more information really quickly about the event happening tonight. It's going to be at 8 o'clock, and it's going to be here at the University of Tampa, happening at Jenkins Hall. So if you're interested in this and hearing some of those personal stories, one specifically from a student who had a family member deported, make sure you're here this evening. Courtney, back to you.